Want to welcome everybody to the first episode of the Pain Sucks podcast. My name is Dr. Matt Malonis, and I just want to thank you for being here. This first episode is going to be what this podcast is going to be about, and we're going to lay out the formula for what we're going to talk about and the people we're going to interview. The next episode is actually going to be my story, and I've had a lot of people asking me to share my story recently concerning what happened to me back in January of 2015 with my L5-S1 disc sequester and rupture, and then the journey that I've been on and why we get such great success here in our office. But this podcast is actually for you, not for me. I want to share my story simply so that the people listening and viewing and watching get to a place where, like our tagline says, no one gets to tell you that you can't heal. I want you to understand that nobody gets to tell you that you can't get out of pain, that you can't fix the problem, and that this podcast was designed as a way for us to turn over every stone around the entire world. The beautiful thing about the internet and podcasts and YouTube and all this is that we can literally reach out here from Illinois to anywhere in the world where people are suffering with wonderful ideas. And that brings me to the next point. The reason this podcast started was not for me to share just what I think. I actually want to bring the best people in the world concerning pain relief to the world, to everybody listening, whether it's a herniation or pain from a disease, trauma, and injury. We want to go ahead and bring to you the best people that are doing the greatest things in pain relief. And again, it's not just, again, about my profession being chiropractic. I want to reach out to every profession in the world because this thing that we're dealing with called Pain Sucks is about everything. It's not just about the chiropractic profession. But there will be that bent because I do think that it's just so vital. And then we'll share that in my next episode. So Pain Sucks was actually born out of necessity. So again, like I said, in 2015, when my disc exploded in my low back, it changed my life forever. Until that point, we were really good at helping people in our office. And then even online a little bit with some coaching. But the truth of the matter is, until I actually felt intense, never-ending, life-altering, and even at some points thinking about life-ending pain, that was like when I went on my journey to figure out how to go ahead and reduce that pain for the process of future healing. And so this Pain Sucks podcast was born out of my necessity for my own self. But the things I've looked into, worked on, discovered, protocols we've created here in our office and for people online started actually in 2015 and has continued for 4 years. And it's gotten so big, I feel like we have to share it with the world. And so this episode here is designed to go ahead and bring you back your hope. That's our other tagline, is we want to bring hope back to you, because the people I've been interacting with on Facebook and coaching through the internet, and even people walk in the office, you've lost hope. And I don't know if it's a doctor, a family member, good friends, maybe it's just time. Maybe it's this, I have a really good day and then everything happens again, and you just lose that hope that you'll ever be pain-free. And so let's just really lay out, what do we want to try to accomplish? Number one, I want you to get your hope back. Number two, I want you to really understand, believe in yourself that you can heal, that no one gets to tell you you can't. And number three, let's bring the best minds in the world together to share what they're doing and what you can do to go ahead and reduce pain in your life and start to get your life back. Because honestly, I've gotten to this place where I realize that there's so many people, you're in so much pain. And if we could just reduce that for you, then you could literally start to regain your life. And that's the ultimate objective of this podcast. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a weekly interview with an expert. And then I want to hop on daily, whether through audio or video, and just go ahead and share with you little tidbits and things that you can do. So what I'll ask of you to do is share this with everybody. We plan on this being the biggest podcast in healthcare, just simply because it touches a subject that reaches beyond borders and beyond families and can touch anybody. And so if we can go ahead and bring all these things together and have a resource and a place where people can dive into recovering their hope and understanding they can heal and have the greatest tech, That'd be great. Now, here's the other thing. There's going to be a bunch of science that we bring to you, whether through the interviewers or through myself. We're going to have fantastic discussion back and forth between our listeners and myself and other guests. And I love science. But the thing about science is that science is always changing. We're always learning new things and tweaking stuff. So another big part of how we want to bring this to you is anecdotally. We want to share stories. We want you to realize there's people out there whose life has changed in some way, shape, or form that might be different than the way mine did or someone else's did. And that's going to drive us to do more looking into what they did and understanding why that worked, and then bringing it to hopefully you in a fashion that you can go ahead and take advantage of. So thank you for listening to this first episode of the Pain Sucks podcast. My next episode is going to be my story. And I'd like to actually let you know I'm going to attempt to film that with my wife and my daughters. So wish me luck. Because I want you to understand not just my perspective on what I went through, but I want you to understand what I know to be true, what families and spouses, children go through when someone is in a lot of pain. And I want you to understand how they also learn to overcome it, and where we are as a family now and why we feel this is important to bring to you. So listen, tell everybody you know to go ahead and subscribe to this. We're going to blast it all over every part of social media we can. We're working on right now some amazing intros and outros and gifts for you and setting up speakers. And my plan is to go ahead and be a part of your life as much as you'll let me. My personal plan is that I would put something in front of you every single day. So, all right, listen, everybody, remember, no one gets to tell you that you can't heal. Welcome to the Pain Sucks podcast.